time to clear the deck. Angler's Choice Marine is slashing prices on all remaining 24 and 25 models, up to $10,000 off. Reel in the deal of a lifetime and we'll throw in a free 5-year factory-backed Mercury warranty. That's right, 5 years of peace of mind from the most trusted name on the water. With over 30 years of experience and Mercury certified technicians in every shop, we take the hassle out of boat ownership and get you fishing fast. Don't let this trophy deal get away. Get to Angler's Choice Marine and hit the water today.
Well, I really hope you guys check that link down in the description below. Go over to Angler's Choice and take a peek at some of those 2024 and 2025 models. Some of them have up to $10,000 off, and if you buy one of those boats, it comes with a 5-year Mercury warranty. So let's hop into today's video, and we are going to be talking a little bit about summertime glidebait fishing.
Oh, oh my God. Oh, that was so freaking awesome. Oh, got him. Got him, baby. Got him. Oh my God.
It's hot, summertime, water's in the upper 80s, lower 90s, and at least on Lake Anna, where I've been fishing primarily, these fish are really starting to group up and move offshore, but still close to shallow water. And depending on what your lake or how your lake is set up, I think that throwing a glide bait is almost unbeatable, especially just for how fun it is. So I'm going to share some of the clips from one of my last trips out there, and we're going to go over how I'm fishing this bait, what I'm fishing it on, and how I've been catching them. Alright, so we're going to jump straight into the bait. This is a 7-inch glide bait. It's Fish Everything TS7. I've been throwing the bone around for the majority of the time. I don't have it weighted. I'm trying to fish this thing really quick, and I want to say these are size 2 owner ST36s that I have on here. The fish that I'm particularly targeting right now are in groups, so I want to see 3-4 fish at a bare minimum, and primarily looking for those schools of like 20 to 30 fish. On my last trip out, I was like, they should be able to eat a glide. Let me see just how they react to it. So pulled it out in like second cast. I caught one really shallow, like in 5 feet. I could see a school of them that was just pushing bait up onto this shallow flat next to deep water. It was awesome. I mean, yes, I am using the forward-facing sonar, but this is also a technique that if you don't have forward-facing sonar on your boat, or you don't like to use it, whatever, basically it's a run-and-gun technique. Like, you could focus on fishing main lake points, get your boat in that like 15-foot range, and follow the contour all the way around, and just bomb casts and burn it. I mean, the most fun thing about fishing this glide over the last few trips has been how fast and aggressive that I can fish it, and how quickly these fish are reacting. Now that might have a little bit of something to do with how clear the water is at Lake Anna. Probably have like 6 to 10 feet of viz in some spots, but between that and how grouped up these fish are, as soon as the first one in the group sees it, that one usually never bites, to be honest. So you'll have the group of them floating around out there, and like one of them will see it and shoot up to the glide. That one never gets it, but one of the other ones sees that first one reacting to something, and they all shoot up and go try to bite. I'm sure you could do this with, again, chatterbait, a lipless, but the glide, I think, just has so much drawing power, and it's like they just want to kill it.
Oh, oh my God. Are those striper? No, they're bass. Ate it like freaking top water. That was awesome. I mean, smoked it. Not bad. Summer glide. Just looking for big schools of them and burning it through there. The first fish that bit it missed it. And what was really cool is I set the hook, missed, bait comes flying up to the surface, and then I just heard a fish eat it off the surface. So neat. so freaking awesome. God. Back-to-back glide fish, I'll take that.
So I'm primarily throwing it on a 711 Corrado Extra Heavy. It's a little overkill for the 7-inch glide. It's what I normally throw like the 9s and 10s on, and I have it rigged with 25-pound test, but it seems to be working fine, and I didn't feel the need to change it. I will say that if you throw this on 20-pound test, or even 17, it'll probably glide a little bit better. There's some points when it gets close to the boat, I think with how thick diameter the line is, it causes it to roll a little bit, and just in general, I think if you're fishing it on lighter line, it's going to give it a more natural or just a better glide in general. But I'm out here like a caveman just slinging it around on rope and still doing pretty well. In this video, the majority of the fish came on this 7-inch glide bait, and I did bust out the little 6-inch, and I was throwing that around on a 7.6 heavy moderate action X Pride. I don't really think that downsizing the glide made much of a difference. I just wanted to play around with it and see if I could get a couple more bites, but I don't personally think it made that much of a difference the way that they were eating. Those are the two glides in this video, and both setups. I'm throwing the 6-inch on 20-pound test, obviously, not 25, but yeah.
These fish have giant balls of bait like this pushed up on these flats. I mean, I'm in 5 feet of water. Now I'm near deep water. These fish don't really seem to care about being super deep right now, which is fine with me. And they are going nuts when they see this glide. If you can get around like a few of them, it's just crazy. Oh, brush pile fish. Not a bad one. Threw the glide over a brush pile and that fish came up and smoked it. Oh, got him. Got him, baby. Oh, that's a better one. Yeah. Little 3.5 pounder or something. Oh, ow. Wrong one. Yeah, he's probably 3 pounds. Not bad. Not bad at all. Just freaking full speed ripping the glide. So I've been throwing the 7-inch bone taxi shad. I'm gonna tie on the 6-inch on another rod just to play around with it and see how they react to it. I have not tried it yet, and I think that it is going to be a hit. Good vibes, good vibes. Oh boy. Big school out here. Oh, I had one for a second. Back to the 6. Got him. Oh, goodness. Little guy. Oh, self-release. Thanks, buddy. It's cool. Here we go. Came all the way out on the end of the point. Just found another little school. Oh. Oh my God. I think I had 2 on there for a second. That was just insane. Oh. Jeez, that one made my voice all shaky. Heck yeah, boys. All right, that's one on the, actually, second one on the little 6-inch. I don't think it matters, honestly. Could have thrown the 7-inch through that school. It was pretty big. It's fun though. Oh my God, they're eating it like freaking topwater, boys. Come here. Oh, okay. That one didn't want to come in. I'm actually going to throw the 7-inch in some of these just to see. Keep pulling the school under the boat though. Man, this is so much fun. Gotta let them kind of reposition.
So as I was moving around the lake, I was checking my deep dive app, taking a look at the wind feature, and trying to find which points I could fish that wind was blowing across. That is another big key for me anytime that I'm out fishing. I love to fish in at least a little bit of wind, especially on bodies of water that have really clean water like Anna. And you can see from the deep dive app here that the majority of it is extremely clean water, like the whole lake, unless you run way up into the river. So that's something I always keep on deck, especially throughout the day. It helps kind of with direction, and if you start catching them, it can help you key in more into a pattern. I'll leave a link for that deep dive app down below as well. And let's get into how I was catching these fish a little bit. So when they're grouped up the way that they've been grouped up, fishing the glide, they're not really ever going to eat it slow, at least in my experience. Like, you are just causing them to react. I think with the glide being a little bit bigger of a traditional bait than you'd be throwing, that when you're ripping this thing over their heads, they don't want to look at it. They just want to go up and kill it. It's also the kind of competition factor. That's why I'm trolling around at full speed and honestly just looking for multiple fish. But again, I will touch on this again. If you don't have forward-facing sonar, it's basically the same way that Mike Bucca explains how to fish a bull shad, like in that video from back in the day. He's like, keep your trolling motor on high, run full speed, like keep your foot on the trolling motor, and you're running every main lake point that you can. It's virtually exactly the same thing, just with forward-facing sonar. I can see them. But I think one of the biggest keys is the speed. So I'm trying to cast it 20, 30 feet past the school, like far enough so they can potentially hear the splash, and like you can tell when they perk up a little bit when a bait hits the water. But you want to get it past them so you have a full range of the glide, like over top of their heads. And I like to bomb that cast out, crank it once or twice just to kind of get the bait a couple inches down in the water column, 6 inches to a foot, and then I'm just working it really, really fast, giving it pauses, working it really, really fast, giving it pauses, chopping the glide straight up, burning it back to the boat. And yeah, they basically just fight over the thing, and it's super, super fun.
Oh, yes! Finally. Been looking for you, big girl. Probably 4.5. So sweet.
Fishing this glide bait has been so much fun. If you guys have any questions about it or anything that I forgot, please leave a comment down in the comment section below. I'll be sure to get back to you. If you guys want to check these Fish Everything glides, I'm going to leave these linked down in the description below as well. I know I'm probably leaving 15 things down there, but a lot of information going on. That's where I'm going to leave you guys off. Thank you so much for watching. See you on the next one.